Today, we are discussing a topic that every business owner and content creator will face at some point: dealing with haters. Whether you're on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, or any other platform, it's inevitable that you'll encounter negativity. But how you respond can make all the difference.
Hey, lady bosses, are you working even after putting the kids to bed but still not getting results?
Are you tired of spending money on ads that aren't getting engagement?
Do you feel burdened that you aren't fulfilling your purpose in life because you are so consumed with work?
I'm your host, Brooke Bolts. I'm an attorney and founder of Bolts Legal. I started my business and in 1 year was bringing in 7 figures and am now bringing in multi-7 figures.
And I'm your co-host, Rachel Bolts, owner of Bolts Media. I've helped many businesses build their online presence and increase their revenue through digital marketing.
Want to hear how we did it?
We are here to help you achieve your goals personally, professionally, and spiritually.
So kick off your high heels, sit back, and let's ignite that passion.
We're Miss Biz, where we're putting the Miss in biz.
Let's get biz done. Because the haters gonna hate.
I'm just gonna shake, 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 shake.
Shake it up, shake it up.
So I feel like anytime you do anything online that there's gonna be a chance where you run into people that are gonna leave hateful comments. And I know for me, that was a big deterrent from me posting videos online because I was so afraid of the negative feedback. But today we are going to dive into how to respond to haters like a boss. That way you can learn different tips and techniques to respond in ways that will maybe make them think twice.
I was just talking to a friend yesterday who had hosted an event earlier this week, and she had the pictures that she was planning to post on LinkedIn, but she said she had started to draft it and just couldn't get it perfect, and so she kept putting it off, and now it had been 3 or 4 days since the event, and it almost was old news. And so chances are she may never get around to ever posting about that event. And what I said to her is what has been said to me before, that done is better than perfect.
Correct.
And I have found just in that same way that if I don't post something right away when it happens, that there's just new things going on and I never go back and end up posting it. And if the perfection bug is something that you suffer from and you hold back because you don't want to post unless it's perfect, I think that is also rooted in a fear of what someone's going to say if it's not perfect. This episode is for you because I have completely changed my point of view on haters. In fact, I welcome them now. I laugh at them. To me, I see them as a positive because they are engaging with my content. And even if it's sparking controversy, that is still driving traffic to my business and attention to my business. So having that mindset shift makes all the difference.
Yeah. And when you can respond with an approach that may reach them or maybe just show people who you really are inside, a lot of times people will recognize that and want to interact with you just because of the way that you responded to the situation. So one of the best ways that you can respond to haters is through an uplifting approach. This method is all about turning negativity into an opportunity to spread positivity and show your followers what you're really made of. So our first example, we want you to imagine that you are a fitness coach and someone comments on your TikTok video that you're not even that fit. Why should anyone listen to you? How would you respond to that, Brooke?
I don't know. I probably just ignore it.
Yeah.
I'm good at ignoring those things, but probably the better approach would, if you're trying to do this uplifting method, is something like this. Thanks for sharing your thoughts. Everyone's fitness journey is unique, and I'm here to support everyone no matter where they start. I'm proud of the progress I've made and excited to keep growing. Let's lift each other up.
I saw a very similar response online to someone, I think she was doing like a makeup tutorial, and a couple of the people on there were just really rude about her technique. They didn't like it. They thought that she looked ugly, and they said some nasty things to her, and she just responded with, real women support other women. And I thought that that was a great, very uplifting post and or response, and maybe get them to like open their eyes a little bit.
You think that was uplifting?
A little bit.
I think she's calling them not a real woman. Like, you're not a real woman because you're not uplifting me. I probably would have taken that as passive aggressive, but she definitely did not respond in a directly defensive way like I think a lot of people would.
I thought it was empowering. Like, yeah, real women do support other women.
But if you said something negative,
I guess it is passive aggressive. So never mind. Never mind. But yes, that uplifting response that you shared, Brooke, is something that is truly effective because it disarms the hater by acknowledging their comment without getting defensive. It also shows your followers that you're confident and committed to positivity, which can strengthen your community and also your brand.
Do you love the Miss Biz podcast?
Because we love you.
Here's 3 things you can do to show your support.
1, write us a review. Apple or Spotify are the best platforms for reviews.
2, join us for our free Friday Zoom calls at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. To RSVP, go to missbiz.com homepage, scroll down to Miss Biz Connects, and click the link.
3, follow us on social media. Our handle is @MissBizPodcast.
As always, thank you for your support.
So next is the SMART approach. This is where you use your wit, facts, humor, or something else to deflect the negativity while staying on brand. And this is probably my favorite approach to do. But say you're a tech reviewer on YouTube and someone comments, your reviews are biased and paid for, total sellout. How would you respond?
Well, a smart response could be appreciate the feedback. Transparency is key, which is why I always disclose sponsorships and base my reviews on thorough testing. It's all about providing value to my audience, and I'm happy to hear any constructive feedback.
So why that works is because you're addressing the accusation directly with the facts, but you're also staying calm, cool, and collected. This approach shows that you take your integrity very seriously while also challenging the hater's claim in a way that highlights your professionalism. There was one time that, and I know we've shared this before on the podcast, where Brooke and I did a teaser and someone said it was hard to watch. And I agree with them. It was hard to watch. But how I responded was I said, you think it was hard to watch? Try making it. It was difficult to make. And he ended up following us afterwards because we responded with wit and sense of humor. Mm-hmm. So there's other approach responses that you can use, and a lot of it depends on different scenarios. So one approach is ignore and move on. This is sometimes the best approach if you really can't find it in your heart to say anything nice or respond in a way. And I always recommend waiting a little bit of time before you respond, because sometimes we can react instead of accurately responding to the situation. So
sometimes for me, though, to wait is like delaying my stress about it. And so sometimes I'll like write it out and then just not hit submit, because at least I've gotten it off my chest what I want the response to be, but I haven't actually published it. And then I'll wait 24 hours to decide if I still want to use that same response or revise it.
Yeah, that's a smart approach. Not every comment deserves your attention, especially if it's clear that the person is just trolling. Silence can speak volumes, and it keeps you focused on those who truly do value your content. Engage with humor. So kind of like the example I just shared with Brooke and I, humor can be a powerful tool to diffuse any sort of negativity. So if a hater leaves a sarcastic comment, responding with some lighthearted humor can turn the situation around entirely.
An example is if someone says, "nice hair" from the 80s, you might reply, "retro vibes are making a comeback. Thanks for noticing."
That's right. That's right. Especially when it comes to the hair. So the next approach that you could use is like an educational fact. So this approach is typically best for when a comment is based off of misinformation. So politely correcting the hater with facts, offering a chance to educate them, and not just the commenter, but your entire audience. An example can be, actually, the data shows that this method has a 90% success rate. I'm happy to share the source if you're interested in learning more. Sweet, short, and to the point.
Love that. And another approach is using empathy. So sometimes haters are dealing with their own issues, and their negativity is more a reflection of them than it is you. So a compassionate response can turn things around. An example of this would be, "I'm sorry you're feeling this way. If there's anything specific you'd like to discuss, I'm here to listen."
Yeah, and I think that that's an important note to remember is hurt people hurt people. And I think that a lot of these trolls or individuals that go online and just leave negative comments on brands or people that they've never met before, I truly believe that they're dealing with some type of insecurity, some type of brokenness inside of them. And for whatever reason, your content just resonated with a memory or something that happened to them in their past. So that's something to also keep in mind when you receive those hateful comments. Are you ready to take your business to the next level? Meet our expert team at Miss Biz.
Whether you need help with business strategy, brand development, or digital marketing, we have a personalized one-on-one coaching program just for you.
And if you're looking for something more budget-friendly, our group coaching services offer incredible value and the chance to learn alongside like-minded entrepreneurs.
Transform your business today. Visit missbiz.com and start your journey to success.
So, Brooke, what is one of the most hateful comments you ever received?
Oh my gosh, I have so many. So when I came out with my All About That Case music video, I got so many negative responses. I also got so many positive responses. I definitely got more positive than negative, but the negative ones were pretty negative. And I don't remember them all. I remember one that just said, "never sing again." And recently I had made a post expressing that I was a Christian lawyer, and it got some major negativity. People calling me, some of it was directed at me personally, others of it was just directly arguing against Christianity. And so I did some responses to some of the posts, but there was just so many. There was like 137 comments, I think, on that post. What was really cool, though, is I did a video response to one of them. A lot of people sent me personal messages saying that they appreciated that video response, and I kind of just expressed my views on the issue that they were talking about in a really calm and loving manner, and admitted that those same debates or challenges are things that I've questioned in my life as a Christian and how I've come to terms with those things. So I just kind of talked about my own personal experience in responding to that with the video. But what was also cool is those negative responses drew the people who were my supporters to come to my aid. And that was what was so cool, because one of my best friends, her husband, shout out to Nuno. He, you know Nuno,
Yeah.
right? He's a character. But Nuno wrote a really nice defensive post for me saying things like, I've known Brooke for years. She's a great person, things like that. But then he was so fired up about the negative posts that he started contacting his brother and his friends and saying, you got to go on this post and defend Brooke, and she's expressed her faith, and people are hating on her. You got to go defend her. So his brother and his other friend came, and they were commenting supportive things for me. So it was just really cool how, even though there was a lot of negativity, it was the people who were my supporters and are similarly minded to me really came to my aid. And even the next week when I went to my BNI networking group, people came up to me and talked about how that post and the comments that it got was something that they discussed around the dinner table with their spouse, or how they would say, you know, they were encouraged by the fact that I was mentioning my faith in a business context, and that they were praying for me, or things like that. And so, again, anytime that there was negativity, and there was a lot. I mean, if you're curious, you can read some stuff. Like if you're interested in being entertained for an evening, there's a lot there. But the positivity that came in support was just overwhelming, and so far exceeded the negativity, in my opinion.
Yeah, and here's the thing. If you want to go viral, if you want your content to be noticed, then you've got to get out there. And you can't let fear of negativity or fear of rejection or anything like that stop you. You just got to go and do it and get it done, and be consistent, because that's what's really going to get you views and ultimately recognition, with the goal of more business.
You know we're all about that case, no trouble. All about that case, no trouble. All about that case, no trouble. All about that case.
At Bolts Legal, we are all about your case. Text or call to schedule a free consultation for all your legal needs. boltslegal.com. Are there any other hater comments that you can remember? We got one that said we were like
the epitome of generational wealth.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. That was hilarious. So Brooke, actually, we both responded to that in pretty much the same way. But yeah, like,
I don't think I used these tips.
No, you did.
Did I?
Used like an educational standpoint. You told them that your dad was a what's that? Facts.
Yeah.
You told them that your dad was a preacher, and my dad was a AC tech. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, definitely didn't grow up with money.
No, not at all.
Very humble beginnings. So, dealing with haters, it's never easy, but when you have the right approach, you can turn those negative moments into opportunities for growth and connection. And listen, you're not going to make everybody happy. There's a lot of people that even if you respond with kindness, grace, humor, they're either going to want to continue to argue with you, or you're not going to get through to them. Don't worry about them. Just keep doing what you're doing. And whether you choose to uplift them, outsmart them, or just simply ignore the hate, the key is to stay true to yourself and your brand. And remember, your energy is precious, so spend it wisely, and next time a hater shows up in your comments, you'll know exactly how to handle it like a pro.
And haters are good. Like, I don't know how to drive that point home. I have a friend who has hundreds of thousands of followers on TikTok and Instagram, and he said to me, the videos that caused him to go viral, he was in the real estate world, were the ones where he said 10 things your landlord doesn't want you to know. And because there was that little bit of controversy there about the things that the landlord doesn't want you to know, people shared it and commented on it. And I'm sure there were landlords who commented negative things on there. But without having those haters, sometimes people are much more likely to comment something they dislike than something they like. So the haters were what really drove the traffic and helped grow his following.
Well, if you found this helpful, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share this video with someone who might need it. And until next time, keep shining.
We appreciate you and are honored to be on this journey with you. We can't wait to help you, to encourage you, and show you how to grow personally, professionally, and spiritually.
If you found Miss Biz helpful, please leave a review and share with others.
You can follow us on social media at Miss Biz Podcast.
For legal questions or services, please visit boltslegal.com.
And for digital marketing needs, please visit boltsmedia.com. Let's get biz done.